any stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Warhawks offense will get the first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes.
And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Willick.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you talk about starting a game in style. You dream about getting to the quarterback and getting sacks. How about this? Back-to-back sacks for that young man on 2 plays. That is a dream start.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack it? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to... get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, and this offense definitely, they want touchdowns. And you talk about being great on offense. It's executing in the red area, executing on third down. They execute.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They'll run the screen, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Warhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going to that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Gives it on the option. Lots of running room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Russell. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. The Tide will get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Nice move there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Galloway. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line. Guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win it.
Makes the diving grab along the right sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back to throw, it's Russell. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to pass on second down. This time it's complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum again.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And Yeah, a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Russell. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Washington.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got his man downfield. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Horton. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown. UL Monroe. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent.
Ernie on the Jets. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
He's got it. Can White cross the plane. 6, but they'll have the first down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Warhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. Snowed under by the defense.
Nice job by the quarterback. Pre-snap, post. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Here's the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give to the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Buys a little time. With the catch, it's Williams. Hard-hitting tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Russell. Caught near the sticks, it's Horton. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He might want another play. Going up top again. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Warhawks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. To the air, it's Russell. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing. The ball, and they have it at the 46. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle of the screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but You can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Man down. Play as the officials take a break to let him be out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front putting their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, putting there 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything right now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back to this ball game right now.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
Oh, it's a reverse. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. with the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is in the air on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win